Hey, what's going on guys? Oscarmini here, and today's video is my review of the Infinix Hot 11, which is a budget device that boasts of 90Hz refresh rate, a 50 megapixel main camera, and a 6000 milliamp hour battery. It's been out here for a little over a month now, and I have been testing this as my backup device. So let's find out who this is meant for, if you should go out there and get the smartphone, and all that good stuff. And so without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. While you open the box for the first time, you get the smartphone itself, the X Gold Note, a TPU case, micro USB cable, a pair of earphones, a 10-watt charging brick, and of course the SIM ejector. You get a plastic built smartphone. That's what you should expect for this price, with that 3.5mm jack port, micro USB port, downfiring speaker, and the mouthpiece opening to the bottom side of this device. You also get the power button and the volume rocker to the right side, and the dual SIM tray with a dedicated micro SD card expansion slots to the left side, while the top remains bland. The rear here houses the triple camera setup with an LED flash, which I'll talk more about later in the camera section of this video. You also get the fingerprint scanner placed at the rear of this budget device. The color I have here is called the exploratory blue. Yeah, the front side has the display and the dewdrop style notch for the front-facing camera and your selfies, and also you have this dual LED flash at the front. But let's talk about the display now. This display is a 6.8-inch 720p IPS LCD panel with 90Hz refresh rate, making animation seem a little smoother than what you get from most devices around this price point with 60Hz refresh rates. Media consumption, of course, isn't going to blow you off your feet, and also for the size, it is definitely not a one-handed device, except you decide to make use of one-handed feature this OS provides. Generally, this display is okay for what you pay, and you can only get better from here if you pay for more expensive devices. As far as performance on the Infinix Hot 11, the unit I have here comes coupled with MediaTek Helio G37 processor. I don't know why they had to put that in here, but I've seen online that some units run with the MediaTek Helio G70, but this right here is a G37, and it doesn't give you the best of experience for the price if you ask me. Multitasking is okay, of course, all thanks to that 4 gigs of RAM on board and 128 gigs of internal storage. But when it comes to high CPU and GPU intensive activities, for instance, heavy gaming, this isn't the smoothest of experience you get on a device. You definitely would notice jitters and lags on the Infinix Hot 11 when you play games like Call of Duty or PUBG. Meanwhile, XOS 8 and Android 11 are what you get with the smartphone. There are some features you would find interesting with XOS, like peak-proof, running dual instances of applications like WhatsApp and Instagram on the smartphone. XOS provides you with some really nice features with the skin they provide here, but I know most of you are here for the camera, so let's talk about that now. You get a triple camera setup at the rear with 50 megapixel main sensor, and the other cameras, the 2 megapixel depth and VGA sensors, which I'm not really going to talk about as I don't find them interesting. The front side gives you this front-facing camera, which is 8 megapixels, and the photos are not the best in the world for the front-facing camera. They are quite usable, but you notice that the colors are not the most accurate and dynamic range struggles with the front camera. The main rear camera sensor, the 50 megapixel, is actually good for what it is. You get an okay dynamic range for the level of smartphone you're paying for, usable portrait mode, and an overall acceptable level of dynamic range as far as this tier of smartphone is concerned. Videos can be recorded at up to 1080p on the Infinix Hot 11, but you definitely shouldn't expect a lot more from the video, as that's not the best you should get from around this price point. It's just what it is, a capable video from the smartphone, but not the best there is out there. You get a 6000 milliamp hour battery on the Infinix Hot 11, which takes up to a full 2 days of use before draining out. And the only issue I have with this smartphone is that, as far as the battery is concerned, is that you have to charge it with a 10-watt charger provided in the box. There's no support for quick charge. And charging from 0 to 100 is a pain in the butt actually. About 3.5 hours to juice this from 0 to 100. Other than that, this is a battery champ. You can use it for 2 days without having to think about recharging this device. It retails for 89,000 naira here, or roughly $160 right now. All that being said, would I recommend the Infinix Hot 11? Of course, this is not the best device for the price. You could add around $20 to get some significantly better performing device like the Galaxy A22 or the Redmi Note 10, for instance. The major selling point would be the display here, how huge it is, and the battery life on this device, but for performance, you could get something better elsewhere. What's your favorite feature on the Infinix Hot 11? Let me know in the comment section below, and do not forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. Subscribe if you are new here, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Cool that day.